So welcome everybody. Welcome to what I believe is going to be a very interesting hour of getting to know some of Israel's top startup companies in the realm of travel tech, medical travel tech, tech for the COVID-19 era, and much, much more. My name is Anat Ben Yosef, and I'm the Israeli Consul for Tourism Affairs to the Western region of the United States. With me today are my fellow Israeli diplomats from all over the world, representing our offices from Beijing to Stockholm, from Sao Paulo to Canada, London, Madrid, Paris, and many of the other 21 offices the Israel Ministry of Tourism has around the world. Joining us today are guests from Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. And I'm excited you've all chose to join us today to hear about how technology will help us all get out of this crisis faster, healthier, and more resilient. So before we dive into each company's pitch, I want to share with you how much the Israel Ministry of Tourism and our travel industry miss our tourists. Israel is a small country that thrives on the millions of visitors we bring in every year, not just economically, but as a part of the fabric of our society. We look forward to opening our tours once again, and we're excited to be seeing this light in the end of the tunnel. Israel is actually in a pretty good place concerning the coronavirus. We have even begun the process of reopening the country for domestic tourism, of course, under rules and restrictions. We see this as kind of a test flight in our preparations to reopening the borders for international visitors. Regardless of what precautions need to be taken, we are looking forward to starting to accommodate under this new normal very, very soon. So let's begin. As most of you know, Israel is also called the Startup Nation. We earned this nickname for a very good reason. With a population of around 9 million, we have the largest number of startups per capita in the world, around one startup per 1,400 people. This phenomena had caught the eyes of companies with global reach and global aspirations. Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Intel are just a few of the global giants that have development and operation centers in Israel. But I would argue that our real greatness is our creative minds, our initiative, our imaginative thoughts, which creates this social ecosystem that allows entrepreneurship to bloom and thrive. When you visit Israel, you can witness this not only in our business and financial sectors, but everywhere in the country, from restaurants to festivals, even a few tourist sites. After all, our first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, was the one who said, in Israel, in order to be a realist, you must believe in miracles. The companies that we're going to hear from today are just a few great examples for this amazing spirit we have in Israel. They are startups that aim to create a difference in everyone's life, and specifically in the travel industry. They are a peek into the future, and as we look in the current situation and the upcoming challenges for this sector specifically. And I think that this is also a source of optimism on these tough times. So without further ado, I will leave the stage to Itai Green, the founder and CEO of Innovate Israel, who will tell you all about this organization and what they do. I want to assure you all that we are recording this webinar, and we will be sending all the participants all the contact information and background of all the companies, so you can sit back and relax and enjoy. Itai, the stage is yours.
Corporate open innovation, which is the opportunity following the COVID-19 crisis. So a little bit about myself, 15 years of experience as an entrepreneur. I was heading the innovation activity of Amadeus in Israel. I launched Innovate Israel in order to support and help corporations and governments to innovate with third parties, open innovation, which we're going to discuss in a minute. And I founded the community of over 300 travel tech entrepreneurs, Israelis and also non-Israelis, that are helping the travel industry to move forward with technology. So you all know what's in common between all these brands like BlackBerry and Blockbuster and Nokia and Agfa and Kodak and Yahoo and MySpace. They've all been disrupted by technology. We all want to be like Netflix and Amazon. There is an arrogance of success of big corporations to think that what used to work for them in the past is going to keep working for them in the future, which is absolutely wrong. What used to work for you till now, till COVID-19, is not going to be enough for the future. And the best thing for innovation is the COVID-19. This is a great opportunity to innovate and move forward. And we are lucky. We are lucky because technology in 2020 allows us to move really fast. It took Graham Bell 75 years to reach 50 million users, the telephone. And now for a game or for a good app, it takes around a few weeks to really achieve these 50 million users. It's all thanks to technology that allows that. During the COVID-19, we see two types of corporate people. The one that they're staying at home watching Netflix, and the other are corporate people that are at home but are working from day to night on Zoom, moving forward and innovate and integrate new technologies. These type of corporations that are on Zoom are going to really beat the other one at the end of this crisis. The day after COVID-19 is going to look absolutely different. First of all, it's a process. As we see in China, in the Asia Pacific, they are finishing with the COVID-19. They are moving to kind of new regular life, while in other countries, it takes a little bit more time. So in every country, it's a little bit different. So it's a process, but it's quite clear that it's going to look different. Our life are going to look different after the COVID-19. One example is that really everyone moved to online, even people like relatively old. So it means that the clients of yours are going to expect you will provide them with online services. Also your employees will expect online services, online connection, online communication. And it's also, there's another thing that everyone is going to expect the DIY, the do-it-yourself. So whatever can be done by the client, by themselves, by the customers, they would expect to do so. Another thing is the working from home. I don't know if everyone are going to work 5 days a week from home, but definitely we see more and more corporations that are looking into a kind of hybrid working from home. 2 days from home, 1 day from home, and the other from the office. The other thing is the kind of new security standard, which is the COVID-19 free areas, COVID-19 free zones like airports, like hotels, like planes. And absolutely in the travel space, there is a lot of need of help from the governments. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really tough to get back to the numbers that we used to. And it's a great time now for creative solutions and to execute really fast those great creative solutions. Another thing which is important for the travel space is that the cancellation fee, not anymore. We see that travel is getting back a step. It starts with domestic travel. This is kind of the first step of getting back to what we used to know. Another challenge is how really to sell more. It's a great challenge of all the travel players, and sell more in less time and for cheaper prices, because there's absolutely a recession now and people would not be able to afford the numbers of dollars that they used to. And another thing is to see that we see during this crisis that the more a corporate is relying on technology, the more flexible it is to handle the crisis. And we all need to get prepared for the second wave, which means we need to be as much tech-oriented as possible, to rely on as much technology as we can. And another thing which everyone is going to speak about is efficiency. Everyone is going to look for maximizing efficiency. Efficiency is technology. This is something I really like, and this is actually the basic of open innovation. The understanding that the most of the smartest people are working for someone else. It's a matter of statistics. So we have to agree with that. And if that's the case, the lesson is clear. We have to collaborate, to partner with these third parties, with these smart people which are not working for you, They're also not working for Facebook or Google, because most of them are not working for you. These smart people are entrepreneurs, which we have really great entrepreneurs in Israel, Academy, and other companies. So partner with as many as you can. This is really the open innovation. Open innovation, working with those, partnering with those third parties, is really the lowest risk with the greatest ROI in the area of innovation. What's in common between all these brands? All these brands are startups that grew to unicorns, Israeli startups. And you're pretty much familiar with most of them, I think. And what's in common between all these brands, and in total 536 multinationals like these, is that these corporations are constantly looking for innovation and have R&D centers and are investing in Israeli startups. 536 corporations that constantly look for the next ways and want to make sure they will put their hand on the next ways before their competitor does so. So all these corporates, these 536, are leveraging Israeli innovation in order to develop a significant competitive value for the corporate, for the customers, and for partners. This is just one example of Booking.com that we're really considering where should they open the first R&D center outside the Netherlands, and they choose right, Tel Aviv. This is a little bit about the ecosystem in Israel, which is quite unique. It's not only unique by the numbers of nearly 7,000 startups, endless number of foreign delegations, hundreds of professional investors, hundreds of accelerators and incubators and hubs, many multinationals and public universities. The uniqueness of this ecosystem comparing to others is the fact that all these players are partnering with each other. They're all sharing information with each other, and thanks to this fact, this ecosystem is moving much faster than other ecosystems around the world. This is just one example of an ecosystem of AI, artificial intelligence in Israel. These are the leading startups in AI in Israel. So as you can see, it's quite a nice number. This is for the travel industry. These are the leading startups for the travel. These are the startups that have developed in the last few weeks or a couple of months solutions to combat the virus. And these are startups that are related to the travel, which have solutions, concrete solutions for the COVID-19. And we don't have enough time to really review all of them, but after the presentation, you're more than welcome to send me a message and I will share with you more information about relevant technologies to your challenges. What startups are looking for? They're looking for partners. They're looking for POC. They're looking for a design partner, one like you that is really professional in the travel space, and the startup is bringing a very high professionalism in the tech. They're eager to succeed. These entrepreneurs, they're very smart. They know how to develop. They work 24/7, and they are there in order to integrate their technology into your platform. I recently shared a few tips how to do it right, how to really do corporate open innovation in the best way. And with your permission, I will share with you shortly those tips that are based on a lot of know-how that have been developed in Israel, thanks to the fact that we are working with over 500 multinationals. So the first tip, which is the most important, is to have a commitment from the top management of the company, the C-level and the board members. Board members are really key players in order to succeed. And in many board members, we don't see, unfortunately, board members who are familiar with technology and innovation. They don't really understand what does the company need it for? And this is a real challenge, to have board members that really understand and care for technology and innovation. Just to give you an example, in Israel, it is mandatory by law that in each and every bank board, there has to be at least one board member who is professional in technology and innovation. That's super simple step with a huge positive impact. And when you have more than three board members who are professional in technology and innovation, the bottom line of the corporate is by far better than competitors, as you can see, according to MIT. You know what is the average age of board members in S&P 500? 60. Only 2% are below the age of 55. With all the respect, we have to have a diversity, not only by knowledge, but also by age. And in Israel, the governmental companies aim to have 20% of the board members below the age of 40. Again, super simple step with a huge positive impact. Highly recommended. The second tip is to have a single point of access in your corporates for innovation. Nominate one person who is the one that startups will knock on the door and know that this person will take them hand by hand toward all the relationship between the company and the startup. The third tip is to set updated challenges of the corporate. What are your challenges? By the way, your challenges today are totally different from your challenges 3 months ago. Set these challenges and share it with the ecosystem. Don't be shy, share it. Once you share it with the ecosystem, you'll suddenly get great solutions from entrepreneurs, academy, and other companies you will partner with. The fourth tip is to fire all those employees that are motivated by ego, the NIH syndrome, not invented here. Those people that are motivated by their ego. These people are a real threat to the company in 2020. Hire and promote only those with the FOMO aspect, the fear of missing out. Those managers, those employees that are motivated by being curious. They always want to know what's new out there. These are the greatest people to promote and hire. The fifth tip is to speak the startup lingo. Be available 24/7. Always keep your mind open. The sixth tip is treat startups as a partner. Startup is not a supplier. I can tell you there are corporations that understand that the startup is not their bank. They don't pay the startup for a POC or any kind of payment in 60 or 90 days. They pay the startup immediately on time. This is the way to treat startups as partners. The seventh tip is to set budget for innovation for those smart people that are working for someone else. Don't measure the success of innovation by the number of, by ROI. Measure it by number of POCs. The more POCs you'll have, the better innovation you'll be able to integrate with the company. Equity, you want equity from the company? Pay for that. There is nothing for free. And of course, minimize bureaucracy. Startups, and me either, hate bureaucracy. So please minimize it when you work with startups. You have to work fast. In Israel, we have a community called ITTS, which is Israel Travel Tech Startup Community. It's managed by a great guy, Michael Ben Aaron. You can find us on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We have a website. These are some of our partners from around the world that we're helping them, looking and finding and working with the best startups that fit their challenges. And again, the COVID-19 is a great opportunity. Crisis is always a great opportunity. So now is really the time to take an advantage out of this crisis and prepare some surprises to your competitors. integrate as many technologies as you can. Be the kind of Zoom people that are working from morning to night in order to integrate as many technologies as possible. Trust me, your competitors will be surprised and you'll beat them. These startups are really shaping the world following COVID-19. Again, I will share it with you later on. You can PM me. And that's all. Now, thank you very much, Anat. And now you'll be lucky to hear 10 great startups, which is really a nice taste out of many, many we have here, which are pretty much relevant to these days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Itai. So we're going to do now a little speed dating. I know that a lot of us haven't had the chance to do it for a while. We're going to go through 10 great startups that are here with us today. So I'm not going to take a lot of time. Let's start with Pruvo. Doron, you ready?
One moment, please. Just confirm once you can see my screen.
Yes.
Wait, my complete screen. One moment. Okay. Can you see now?
Yes, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. One moment, please. Yes. So hi, everyone. My name is Doron, and I'm the Chief Commercial Officer of Pruvo. What would you say if someone told you that you can increase your hotel booking profit by 36% within 2 weeks? That's exactly what I'm here to share with you today, how you can stop leaving money on the table. You see, there are two main issues with B2B hotel bookings. The first is that hotel prices tend to change after you book. Not once, not twice, but 22 times between the moment you book your hotel until the last date of free cancellation. And this was prior to COVID-19. Think about hotel prices for the next 2 years. It's going to be a complete roller coaster. The second problem is that most travel companies don't reshop your reservations after they book. And Pruvo Revenue Maker is an AI-driven solution that can automatically track hotel bookings you made on any provider, monitors their price 24/7, and helps you increase profitability by automatically rebooking those reservations once their net price drops. In addition, we also leverage hundreds of thousands of Pruvo's B2C travel customers in order to help your company increase hotel sales. By not repricing your hotel reservations, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. But with Pruvo Revenue Maker, you can increase your hotel booking profit by 36% on average. We developed a unique integration model that allows us to do almost all of the development work on our side so that we can go live with the collaboration within 14 days. Think about it. You can start increasing your profits on June 10th. So why choose Pruvo? Look, let us deal with increasing your profits so you can focus on what you do best, which is selling. Trust me, it's in our best interest, because if not, Pruvo doesn't earn a profit. So for you, it's completely risk-free. Second is that Pruvo lets you define and customize your solution to your exact needs. For example, you can choose different rebooking methods, decide which providers you want us to track and which you don't, the maximum amount of rebookings you want per reservation, and much, much more. Third, thanks to our advanced AI-driven room mapping algorithm, Pruvo is capable of not only comparing the same room over multiple providers, but can also find you upgraded rooms at a lower cost for your customer. And last, we provide 24/7 customer service. But the most important thing I want you to remember today is that Pruvo is the only company that not only increases your profitability, but also generates for you new sales by acquiring customers who already booked their hotels on other OTAs and migrating them into your direct customers. So stop leaving money on the table and start using Pruvo today. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to move to Bina, to David. Are you available?
Of course.
All right. You have 3 minutes.
Action. So thank you very much for arranging this session, and thank you very much for having me. My name is David Maman. I'm the founder, CEO, and CTO of Bina AI. At Bina AI today, we're just almost 50 people, and we have over a dozen PhDs that help us to create the technology that you're going to see now. During the past few months, we've been receiving a lot of recognition. We won the CES Innovation Awards for Health and Wellness, and also the NTT Data Grand Champion. The technology that we developed allows us, by using any smartphone camera, to extract vital signs out of the person's face without the need to touch anything. Everything is embedded inside of the smartphone person and inside of your specific application in order to measure whether there's any changes when it comes to the healthcare that can indicate an issue of any kind of pandemic infection or any other part. Today, we can extract heart rate, oxygen saturation, respiration rate, mental stress level, heart rate variability, and within the next few weeks, we will also be releasing our blood pressure solution. And as time passes, we'll add more and more features that are extracted just using a smartphone. So with the pandemic that we're still struggling with, everyone was sure that actually temperature is the most important indicator. But it comes out that more than 70% of the people that were admitted to the hospital did not had any kind of temperature or any kind of actually influence of high temperature that indicates those problems. Even the World Health Organization actually changed the instruction by clearing up that temperature is not important enough to be measured in order to take decision. From the travel industry, from employees, which I think is the most important, I guess, concern at a first stage, in order to make sure that the employees are healthy. Using our technology, any employee as part of the industry can actually have a quick checkup every morning in order to know whether there's any type of likelihood for a person to be infected in order to make sure that none of the other employees will be infected as well. And from your customers, as an industry that creates human interaction, you have actually the obligation even to make sure that infected people will not be able to use the airline or even the Airbnb or even a hotel. And using our technology throughout the check-in process to a flight, to a hotel room, and any other part, a person will be able to check their vital signs in order to decide whether someone have been infected. By work we've done with some of the leading professors in the world that leads the struggle with COVID-19, we've been able to build a policy that using our technology, a person can actually make a decision. So we're able to deliver that as an SDK as part of your software, or as a full working white label platform that you can use right away. I'll be very happy to talk with each and every one of you. We have offices around the world, so we can put someone in contact with you right away in Japan, in the US, in the UK, in Israel, of course. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, David. And you actually did well, under 3 minutes. We're moving on to Gamity. Ella, are you with us?
Here you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
And see my full screen?
Yes, go ahead.
Then we are ready to go. Let's do it. Hi, everyone. Good morning or good evening or good afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm Ella, and I head the sales here at Gamity. And I want to talk to you about group decision-making when it comes to travel. So hopefully very soon, we will be able to travel again. I'm sure I'm not the only one who misses it. So I'd like you guys to think of the last time you planned a trip, preferably not alone, but with a group. And when I say group, I mean this very loosely. So you and a partner, 2 or 3 friends, these are all groups for this discussion. Now, I don't know about any of you listening in, but I personally am usually the sucker who organizes the group trips for all of my friends, which means I'm the one to open the group and I start finding options and I paste a lot of links to that group, and then they sort of take their time debating, and that takes time quite slowly. If we look at 2019, groups took an average of 80 days to plan a trip. And this is not just annoying user experience for the end consumer. It also costs us in sales, costs us in low conversion rates. Because even in the event that I found the perfect deal for our trip, I still have to leave the website to bring it to my group's decision, right? So no matter how much I love that deal, once I've left the website, I'm not necessarily coming back. And this is exactly what Gamity is here to solve with our social booking tool. So I want to take a look at a demo of how our product works on a website. This is the first time that I've done this on Zoom. Are you seeing my demo screen? I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, yes, totally. You can move forward.
Thanks, Anat. So let's walk through this. So I'm here on this website, and I need to pick a vacation for me and my friends. I use the quick share buttons, and they all fly into my favorites list. And let's say these 3 seem like good options for my group. Now I can use the sharing options to invite my friends to join me on this website. So instead of bringing the deals to them, to our group, I'm bringing them to the deals. I'm bringing the group to your website. Once the group is here, they can vote for their favorite, they can chat, and they can book the hotel they like the most or the deal they have chosen. And they can do this without the hassle of jumping forward and backward between WhatsApp or iMessage or whichever one is your favorite. Now, the results speak for themselves very clearly. If you look at the increased average order value, the increased conversion rate, it's very clear to see that when a group has a convenient way to discuss, to decide, they're very happy to book more, and they're very happy to book now and not take 80 days to do this. I'm happy to discuss Gamity's tool for your website and answer any questions. My contact details are on the screen, and you can personal message me here on Zoom as well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we can see each other soon on conferences. Thank you.
Thank you, Ella. It was great. We'll move forward to Travaxi, Lioz.
Hi, everyone. Just a second. So, hi, my name is Lioz Amar, and I'm the CEO and founder of Travaxi, which is a booking platform and an API for travelers with disabilities and senior travelers. Today, travelers with disabilities find it hard to get their requirements met, and a part of it is there is a big confusion about disabled travel. What does it mean, a disability or specific needs? I would like to share with you an example of 2 different disability types, 2 different people who are booking an hotel room, and a disabled person, a deaf disabled person, needs these requirements to be met in order for him to have a great holiday. As for a wheelchair user, that will need a completely different requirements. Now, the problem is these rooms are called accessible rooms, and we need to define and understand accessible to whom. Part of the problem is that there isn't a standard. We make the standard now, Travaxi is making the standard, but there isn't a standard for an accessible room, and knowing what is accessible and for whom it's accessible, it's super important, as you can see. So what we did at first is we built a B2C website. We served customers with disabilities, saw that we're doing everything correctly, and then developed a unique solution, an API for travel agents. So any travel agent can serve travelers with disabilities in minutes instead of hours or days, and with a simplicity. So what do? We take our information and we integrate it to travel giants such as Amadeus, travel APIs, systems that everybody is working with and can integrate our solution easily. And for example, on flights, after choosing a flight, we can put the disability type of the person and the needs that he have at the airport, send it, and we take care of it for the traveler and for the travel agent, so they don't have to mess with stuff that they don't really understand the meaning of it. As well, on accommodation, we have an accessibility survey that every accommodation partner has to fill out in order to be in our database. If they don't fill it out, they are not inside. If they do, again, it looks like that. Let's say, for example, that we're looking for a hotel in Barcelona for a wheelchair user. So we give the options that are most fitted for that. And once we chose the right hotel by us, the right price, we can see the certificate, and the agent can speak, or an OTA, for example, can use our filters and determine if the room is okay or not for a disabled person. We're talking about 1.2 billion people around the world, the biggest minority in the world, which are disabled. 6 million 600 million of them, sorry, are living in developed countries, and 70% of them travel, meaning $200 billion every year that comes from disabled travel. People with disabilities now with the COVID-19 are the most likely to travel afterwards because some of us, or most of us, are still being supported by the countries and by the governments and by the health insurance. So we will be the people who will travel. So grow your market share and join us.
Thank you, and we will be answering questions after the fact. You can contact all the people that are presenting and contact us, so no worries about that. We're not going anywhere. Let's move forward to Soundtrack. Meyron, you're with us? Meyron, you're muted.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay,
Go ahead.
great. Hi, everyone, my name is Meyron from Soundtrack AI, and if these were normal times, we will be talking about machines and airplanes and spaceships. We work with aerospace and other industrial companies on monitoring their mechanical assets, and we do that by listening to the sound of machines. We were approached a couple of months ago by one of our clients who's a major aircraft manufacturer with the hope that we'll be able to develop a system to help them screen for air travelers, for passengers, for various symptoms using our technology. And what we have done is we've looked at how screening is done today, which is mainly thermal screening, meaning looking for the body's temperature, and see what we would like to have, which is a more holistic way of looking at the passenger and understand more of the various symptoms that they could have, which in theory would require a physical exam, a doctor's exam with a stethoscope. And what we've built is a system that is able to deliver everything simply by listening to the sound of their breath. We are looking at our system right now as two components. There's a cough monitor and a personal screening device. We've outlined the system for before, during, and after a flight and the various stakeholders. Essentially, we are offering a system that comes at a very reasonable price and is highly scalable and really works well in terms of the time it takes to screen for passengers, which is seconds. So I'll keep it very short. This is at the high level what we do, and I'll be happy to speak with anyone that's interested to know more information.
Great, thank you so much. That's really interesting, especially in those times. We'll move forward to Bridgify. Amit.
Hey everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so I'm Amit, Bridgify's CEO. Let me just share my screen. Bridgify specialized in customized in-destination tours and activities to generate new streams of revenues to travel retailers. Today, one sec, sorry. Today, travelers need to invest too much time, too much effort in order to plan and manage their trip using too much different data source platforms. And you, travel retailers, our customers, need to invest a lot of effort in order to engage better and to create a continuous traveling experience to your travelers. All of that by increasing your annual income. If we look at this chart over here, we can see that the in-destination tours and activities are one of the highest expenses for travelers while they are traveling. The expenses while we are traveling are divided to pre-traveling, including aviation, accommodation, and car rental, and in-destination, including experiences and tours and activities. Experiences and tours and activities of the in-destination pillar are the most significant expenses while we're traveling, and for you travel retailers, it's the expense with the highest margin in the transaction. Therefore, we are laser focused to help our customers, you travel retailers, to increase your income by generating new stream of revenue based on these in-destination tourism activities. So how specifically are we doing that? We are using smart database and advanced AI and machine learning algorithms in order to plan and manage the trip to the travelers by delivering a white label solution to you, our customers, where in this solution, the travelers will have a fully personalized trip plan, including free and pay events. One last thing is that I want to take you just to the journey to understand the problem of the end user, the consumer, the traveler. So let's just take a journey and try to understand what traveler does. The second after ordering the flight ticket or a hotel chain, traveler will start to explore what there is to do in the destination. By doing so, we will discover that there is a concert and a soccer game and the specific restaurant you want to go and the street art, many things. For each one of those questions, you need to go to a different standalone platforms such as Google and Facebook and TripAdvisor, Yelp, and many others. This is too much work. What we are doing is simplifying this process to the traveler by creating a massive database, including all of those events and matching each event specifically to specific traveler. And by doing so, we also enlarge you, our customers' pipeline, and encourage your customers, the travelers, to purchase those in-destination tourism activities within your platform. That's it. My name is Amit. This is my contact details. I'm just now going to send it via the Zoom chat. And we are open to business. And more than that, we are open to do whatever we can in order to help you, our customers, to recover from this crisis and to grow. Thank you very much, Anat and Itai and all of the guests over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Amit. So we're moving forward to Wizar. Ophir is with us from Wizar. Ophir? Ophir, are you with us from Wizar? Okay, we'll skip Wizar and we'll move to Wizar later. Let's move to BioEye. Eran, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, Eran, take it from here and then we'll go back to Wizar. Yes, go ahead. 3 minutes.
Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
So, hi, I'm Eran, founder and CEO of BioEye. BioEye is monitoring brain and cognitive states through the eyes. The eyes, sorry, need to make sure it's advancing. Okay. The eyes are a window to the mind. Understanding what is happening in the brain can power many products. Our current product lines include detecting drug impairment, concussion, dementia, and epilepsy. We can use our AI technology to measure pre and symptomatic indications of COVID-19 by simple tests using only video of the eyes. We can identify uncontrolled inflammation, sepsis, respiratory patterns and failure, blood oxygen saturation, brain function, and eye features. We're working towards validating our tests in an ongoing trial in Italy and others in the US. We also have a complementary solution for anti-inflammation treatment. Our main test is PLR, where we measure the pupil response to light emitted on the eyes. As you can see in the phone image, we capture a video of the eyes and extract eye biomarkers. Results, analysis, and graphs can be accessed through our dashboards. Combining multiple measures and indications increases accuracy. Another test we perform is monitoring respiratory patterns, which may provide earlier indications. The test can be performed on a person or as a self-test. Digital tests for corona using a standard smartphone camera. Sorry. are non-intrusive and do not require any hardware. They have a huge potential for mass fast testing. User can self-test at home daily, making sure they're safe and fully recovered, and also get remote medical care. Mass screening will also enable monitoring regions of risk, enable taking more strict measures for anyone traveling in and out of such regions. For travelers who have a green, a passing score for 2 weeks prior to travel and not coming from a red zone may go through a fast lane, for example. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ophir, are you ready
should
now?
be a co-host. He should be defined as a co-host
He
because he
is,
can't unmute himself.
he is.
Yes. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Ophir from Wizard, go ahead.
Great. So good afternoon. My name is Ophir, and I'm Wizard's VP of Operations. So Wizard is a technological company specializing in airfare optimization based on artificial intelligence. Our job is to increase profit margins for travel agencies and to make them more price competitive. I know that it sounds weird, but for the past 2 years, that's exactly what we've been doing with tier 1 agencies worldwide. So today, all agencies work on an instant ticketing basis, which means once a new booking is made, they issue the ticket immediately or within a couple of hours. The reason it hasn't been done until today, and still agencies use instant ticketing, is because no one knows whether to book now or wait for a better price. Because if you wait, the price can go up, or even worse, no more seats will be available on the flight. So during the last 2 years, we are collecting, storing, and analyzing 5 billion airfares a day. And our data shows that for every 1 out of 4 bookings, you're paying more than you should be. And not just a bit more, you pay 16% more on average. Overall, leaving 4% of your annual air spend on the table. So that is exactly what we do. We make sure that every ticket will be issued at the optimal moment and at the lowest price. How we do it? So we're constantly predicting every airfare available. And once a new booking is made, we predict whether the price is expected to drop. If it's expected to drop, we will wait with the ticketing until the moment the price will be at its lowest, and only then we will issue the ticket. Now, I want to introduce the 3 products we offer, which cover the entire booking cycle from booking to departure. So the first one, the WizSP, will get you the lowest price within the PNR time limit. So with this product, you can save between $3 to $6 per every PNR that you sell. While the first product provides the lowest price within the PNR time limit, the second product, the WizDynamic, provides the lowest price until ticketing. So let me just explain. Once the PNR time limit has ended, the platform predicts whether the price is still expected to drop. And if it is, the platform will continue delaying the PNR, monitor both prices and availability every hour until the price is not expected to drop anymore. Only then it will issue the ticket. With this product, you save an additional $6 to $8 per every booking that you sell. The third product, the WizPost, keeps on looking for a better price even after the ticket was already issued, either in the void window or after, while taking into consideration the changes and cancellation fees. With this product, you save an additional $1 to $2 per every booking that you sell. And overall, using all 3 products, you will save between $10 to $16 per every PNR that you sell. We are currently working in full capacity to facilitate all the agencies who would like to prepare for the day after the COVID-19 so that they can hit the ground running when flight volumes return. Here is my contact information. Please feel free to reach out, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ophir. Thank you so much. We're going to move forward to how was it? Shimi, can you take over?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Let me start and share my screen. So,
Okay,
hi,
a little louder, Shimi.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, my name is Shimi. I'm a co-founder and CEO at Hawozit. And we at Hawozit have developed a customer care platform that helps brands to engage with the customer throughout the entire customer journey. Our main purpose is looking at the customer touch points and look how we can leverage that into real opportunities. So right now I'm showing you kind of a very generic customer journey that is related to travel. And as you can see, there are so many types of touch points throughout the entire customer journey. What we believe is that we should change the approach from being passive. And when I'm saying passive, it's an approach that the companies today do, which means that once they have acquired the customers, they will just wait for the customers to contact them. They are like shifting the responsibility of the communication towards the customers. But what we offer is taking these touch points and turning them into being proactive and engage with the customers in order to provide the customers values, and not just value that will actually result in better value for the business itself, for the organization. So we do that with various of tools. As you can see, we have some of the tools that are related to the more lead generation stage. We have some of them that are related to the onboarding and to the experience itself, and of course for the post experience. Our approach says that you'll have to be in communication with the customers, trying to measure the experience all the time. And once you understand the experience, if we understand that the experience is going good, we want to leverage these customers. We want to do something about that and not just be happy that we have happy customers. Leveraging happy customers can be translated into pushing them to post good reviews online. It can be by, for example, pushing them to join loyalty member club. It can be by pushing them for upsells, cross-sells, etc., etc. On the other hand, if the customers are not happy, we will realize what happened and we will do a service recovery, and not just service recovery, a very smart service recovery that actually can handle most of the cases. And when I'm saying most, I would say about 70% of the cases, to handle them fully automated without any need for human intervention. This is huge numbers, and all of these are translated into real ROI numbers. And as you can see, there are many ROIs that you can measure, from boosting sales. These numbers of 90% growth in upsells and 38 for cross-sells. It's by improving the owner reputation. And most importantly, when you're looking at the operationalized aspects, a reduction of 50% less in complaint calls. And this is not because organization now that working with Hawozit have less people that are complaining. It's just about that people are being handled much better automatically and digitally. What I want to do just before I'm finished, if I have a bit more time, just want to show you a quick demo on how does it look.
5 seconds.
Okay, so I'll do that really quickly. So this is, for example, a quick bot, and this is the entire concept of Hawozit. Do that in a manner of a bite-sized conversation. So I just book a flight. I getting a message from the agent, and now if I'm saying that I'm very satisfied, they will just go ahead and say, wow, this is really good, and if I can assist you with anything else like transportation, travel insurance. And this is actually the place where they can go ahead and do the upsells. That's it. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate that. If you have any more questions, I would be more than happy to assist you and to provide any additional information.
Great, thank you so much. And we'll move forward to our last but not least company, See-Through. Asaf, can you take over?
Yes.
Hi, Asaf.
Hi, 1 second. Okay. Hi to everybody. This is I'm Asaf Frankel. I'm co-founder and CEO of See-Through. And the reason we're here is because COVID-19 changed the world, and air travel is almost stopped, and we are here to help recover. So you all know this picture from before COVID-19. This is no longer acceptable. Long lines in security in airports are no longer acceptable. Social distancing is now needed. And this is what we are able to do. We are using artificial intelligence to increase passenger throughput, and this enables social distancing in queues and reduce the contact between security officers, passengers, and bags to reduce the risk of infection. But we're not only doing that. Improving passenger experience and passenger throughput also helps with solving the financial hit airports suffered. By that, you can reduce your operational cost by reducing the number of security employees, and you're taking passengers faster into commercial areas where they generate revenues. So we're an artificial intelligence software company. We connect to the existing X-ray and CT machines at the security lines. We're already operationally and commercially deployed around the world in airports and other venues. And we provide more than 20% throughput improvement in airports. So how does it work? Going very quickly. What you see here, number one, is a regular X-ray machine. And you see our screen on the left. And what you see, the green bar says that the bag that goes now is cleared, meaning that you don't need to stop, you don't need to open it, you don't need to waste time or stop the conveyor and stop which creates the line, okay? Then when something is, when there is a prohibited item in the bag, if you look at number 2, the system analyzes the information from the X-ray machine and provide an alert in real time in extremely accurate manner. So you open the right bags, which provides you the security and reduces the wrong opening and the slow throughput that airports have. We enable off-queue alarm resolution by opening the bags with the secondary station, and better security because we identify objects, prohibited items with more than 90% precision. And you're welcome to Google later and see real results around the world, which are, I'll tell you the secret, usually much, much lower. So we improve the security level, we improve the passenger experience, we reduce the operational cost and increase the revenues of airports. And now with COVID-19, this also enables improving and enabling social distancing. So we help airports by enabling them social distancing now and recover from the financial hit by improving their operational and business along with improving their security. We're already deployed and we're open for business.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. So thanks everybody. And this really has been a truly wonderful group of people and companies that showcased a variety of products and ideas for all of us to use and consider. I know that we don't have a lot of time, so I just want to wrap up things and remind you all that the Israel Ministry of Tourism is here for you, wherever you are, whatever your job, whatever your mission is. If you're a travel professional, a media specialist, a tech brainiac, please feel free to reach out to us and we will assist with anything and everything Israel travel related. And really, if this pandemic has taught us anything, is that the unforgettable experience and opportunities for self-discovery and reflection that travel provides is irreplaceable. And as a proud Israeli, I can wholeheartedly say that visiting Israel is exactly the kind of exciting and meaningful experience that we have all been craving while stuck at home for the last couple of months. So remember, whether you're considering a trip or you're recommending to a friend, or especially if you're planning one for clients, yes, Israel is 3,000 years young with the history to prove it, but we're also a state-of-the-art technological hub that is making history in every day in so many ways. So I want to share with you our hashtag on social media. It's inspired by Israel, and you're invited to follow us and continue dreaming. And I promise you that Israel will be reopening its international gates soon enough. And I hope to meet everyone, as we say in Israel, next year in Jerusalem. Thank you again for your participation. Thank you, Itai. Thank you, the wonderful presenters. And to each and every one of you, thank you for joining us. Please stay safe, take care. Shalom.
Thank you very much.